And we are live. Hey everyone, how's it going? Yeah, it's nice to be back. What I want to do is I just quickly just want to make sure that everything's working. Man, I haven't used StreamYard, the video editing software or the streaming software in so long, man. I'm just trying to find out where everything is. So let's see. Okay, fine. I think we are good. I think we are good to go. Let me just make sure my camera angle is there. We go. That's much better. How is everyone doing? First and foremost, I just want to thank each and every single one of you for joining this live stream. What I want to do is I want to make sure that we get a lot done in this live stream. I want to go through a lot of important information that I think a whole bunch of people need to hear. So, yeah, let me just make sure everything is done. And yeah, okay, cool. All right. So, like I said, welcome to this live stream. So, what I want to do on this particular live stream is I specifically want to talk about why it's so hard to have a small budget on Google Ads, first and foremost, and also what you should do first. So, I know a lot of people out there are struggling. I know a lot of people out there also feel like, man, uh, why why should I struggle with a small budget? Shouldn't I just increase my budget? Shouldn't I just spend um $1,000, $5,000, $100, $200? Why shouldn't I just spend more and then I'll get better ad results? And a lot of people have tried that, and a lot of people have actually gotten a lot worse ad results just by doing that. So the first thing I want to tell you on this live stream is it's not all about budget when it comes to Google Ads. There is a lot you can do even to make a small budget work. So, to give you some background, my name is Devon Thomas, and when I started out with Google Ads on a $1 per day budget for my web design business. And I still got leads, I still got results, and I think a lot of people, they are so used to just seeing their budget and not seeing that their budget is going to work that they forget there are 1,000 other things that you can do except increase your budget that are also going to lead to better performance with your ads. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through every single thing. And where is my little ticker? If you have any questions about your Google Ads, I want you to drop them down in the chat because I am going to answer every single thing that you need to know about running Google Ads on a small budget. Now, what I usually do is I break this down into a 6-step formula. And I want to talk you through what the main things are when it comes to optimizing your budget, when it comes to getting your ads ready for getting those conversions and stuff like that. But before we even do that, what I want to do is I just want to talk about the sponsors for today's video, today's live stream. So, without further ado, I just want to say thank you very much to Profitable PPC. For those of you who don't know, Profitable PPC is my Google Ads course where I dive through all of this stuff. I talk about the settings, I talk about how to set up your landing page, I talk about optimization, and I do it for 15 hours. So if you guys want what I think is the best Google Ads course out there, I want you to check out Profitable PPC. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the chat and I'll also link it in the description. The next sponsor that I want to thank is Lead Pages. Now, the nice thing about Lead Pages is they make it super easy, very affordable to build a high converting landing page. Now, anybody who's ever listened to any of my live stream knows I talk about landing pages a lot because a landing page can make a massive difference between getting great results in Google Ads and not getting great results at all in Google Ads. And what I'm going to do on this live stream is I'm also going to show you guys a couple of examples of entrepreneurs on small budgets who are still getting a lot of leads and a lot of sales. I've trained entrepreneurs all across the world, and I think there are some things that we can learn from every single one. Every single case study that I'm going to show you today, trust me, it's going to make a meaningful difference in how you think about Google Ads. But what I'd like to do first and foremost is for you guys to say hi, tell me where you're from in the chat, and also I want you to ask questions because I didn't do this live stream so I could just be talking by myself. So I want you guys to also, join in the fun. And last but not least, what I want to tell you guys about is, and I'm so excited about this, is we've launched a brand new Google Ads community. So the community is called the Feedback Circle. What I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen over here. And in the Feedback Circle, we basically give you weekly Google Ads coaching, and we basically provide you with master classes. We're going to have landing page roasts. We're going to look at your ads. Think about this like going to a personal trainer, but going to a personal trainer for your Google Ads. It is a very in-depth community, and it's one of the best places to be if you want to learn every single thing about Google Ads. So now that I've got all of that out of the way, I'm also going to leave a link for the Feedback Circle in the chat. I want to hear from you guys. Ask me any questions about small budgets, and I'll be sure to answer. And like I said before, my name is Devon Thomas, and I've really spent the last few years just trying to figure out what works and what works with small budgets, and not only just like in one niche. We've been working with people who are musicians, hypnotherapists, lawyers, doctors, people who do safaris. We work with plumbers, we work with electricians, we work with people who repair furniture, we work with people who are dog trainers and dog coaches. And believe me when I tell you, yes, sometimes it is about the budget. Like, for example, if you want to go into the insurance industry, you need to have a lot of money. I'm just going to put that out there. You need to have a lot of money. If you want insurance leads, any type of financial service, like, for example, wealth management, then yes, you're going to need a ton of money for Google Ads. However, if you have a different niche or a different business, you might find that you don't really need as much money as you think. So what I want from you guys is also, when you're giving me your Google Ads questions about small budgets, I want you also to tell me about your business, tell me what niche you're in, and that way I can properly inform you guys and tell you exactly what you should do. Now, here's the thing about a small budget in Google Ads. I'm going to get into the training. Since I don't see any questions in the chat, I'll just start off with the training. Whenever you are doing Google Ads, the biggest mistake that I see from a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people on small budgets, is they go into optimization mode. Which bidding strategy should I choose? Should my keywords be broad match or exact match or phrase match? Or which type of campaign should I choose? And all of these things are very important considerations. But have you ever considered your offer? Have you ever considered the page where you're sending them to, and if that's optimized? Now, you could be spending a lot of time and energy on bidding strategies, on keywords. Some of you are even adding negative keywords every single day, and yet you just keep on showing up for the wrong searches over and over again. Some of you are getting clicks and clicks and more clicks and more clicks and more clicks, but you're just not getting any conversions in your offer. And I see we've got a comment over here. Thomas, my good friend, how are you doing? He says, hi, Devon. Good to see you again, sir. I'm loading my brain with questions. Okay, fantastic. No problem. Just don't overload your brain. We don't want you to like drop down or anything like that. So basically, what you want to do is you want to optimize your offer first. Now, I know that that is a very weird thing to think about, because you might be saying to yourself, hey, Devon, I'm just a plumber. Or, hey, Devon, I'm just a guy who does hotel bookings. Or, hey, Devon, I'm just an accountant. People want accounting. I offer accounting for this price. So therefore, that's my offer. There's no need to optimize it, because business owners are always looking for accountants. Here's the problem with that. Back in the days, 2013, 2015, 2016, nobody knew about Google Ads. Your biggest competitors weren't on Google Ads. So you could simply be an accountant, you could simply be a business, you could run a Google Ad saying, we do accounting, and voila, the customers would come because you'd get a click. You'd be the only person on the search results, and you would really drive traffic and you would really get leads. But Google Ads has changed. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but clicks are getting more and more expensive. In fact, there is an article by Search Engine Land that says over the past 4 years, I think it's 4 or 5 years, the average cost on Google Ads, the average cost per click, has increased by between 40 to 50%. That means your advertising costs have literally increased by 50%, right? And here's the thing, just this year, between 2023 and 2024, the advertising costs on Google Ads have increased again by 13%. And here's why, because you are getting a lot more people competing for the same piece of real estate, the same screen as well. So let's see, we got Mike over here. Mike says, hey, I come from Belgium and I'm here to collect information so I can build better strategies for my clients. At the moment, I try find a strategy for insurance company with a low budget. So Mike, here's the thing about insurance, specifically insurance leads. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news over here. You did come to a small budget live stream, and it's my job to give you the tools, the strategies, the tactics. But when it comes to insurance, specifically insurance and financial services, what a lot of insurance companies are doing is they are going broke and they are running a very heavy cost per lead. And what they do is they actually take a loss up front and they make it up by basically keeping the client for a certain period of time. So software companies also do this. Like software companies will often overpay for their leads just so that they secure the lead, because they know if you have a piece of software, so for example, if you have Adobe Photoshop, you're going to keep Adobe Photoshop for at least 2 years if you're a graphic designer. So what happens is a lot of people, especially in the insurance industry, are actually losing money on your ads. And you can see this if you go to Google Keyword Planner. Now, when you go to Google Keyword Planner and you search for insurance, I don't know what specific insurance company your client has, but when you go to Google Keyword Planner and you look at insurance and you look at the cost per clicks, you will notice that they are sky high, super high. So there are literally only 3 strategies that you can do. The first strategy would be, number one, you would have a page that's a lot more optimized than the other insurance companies, because believe it or not, insurance companies are kind of wasteful when it comes to their landing page design. So if you can put out a very good landing page that is functional, that'll get somebody engaged very quickly. Darren Taylor often talks about the 5-second test. In fact, he mentioned it while he was on the podcast episode with me. If you've missed it, just check out my YouTube channel, the links below or the videos below. Basically, you want to show somebody the page for 5 seconds and close the laptop lid and ask the person, do they understand what you do? So if you show this to 5 people, and they have to be strangers, they should not know that you're working on that specific project for that specific company. And if those strangers cannot identify why they should take action on that page, then already you've lost them. Now, what I want to do for you, Mike, is I want to show you an example of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I want to show you a case study that we have for a plumbing company, right? I came prepared this time. Last time I didn't have the screenshots to show you guys with the client case studies, but today I do. All right. So what I'm going to do is, guys, let me know if you can see my window. I want to show you this specific company. We did a slight tweak just on the form where the client lands using that 5-second rule I was talking about. And we managed to take this plumbing company from, if you can see over here, I know it's kind of small. Let me see. I don't want to really remove myself, but I also want to show the screen like fully. There we go. Much better. As you can see over here, we took them from only producing 2 conversions a month. That's what they were doing before they became part of our course and our community. And they went all the way to getting 29 leads the following month. And you can see the date ranges over there, and also their conversion rate increased. A lot of you are saying your landing pages are good enough, but when I review them, especially on these live streams, I find major errors. So Mike, if you want to, you can also send me that landing page and I can have a good look. So yeah, that's one of the strategies that you can do. I'm going to cover some of the other strategies, but I also want to get through to all of the comments in the chat. So yeah, let's look at the next one. All right, so let me just take that away, go back this way. All right, so Owen says, hi, Devon, I'm 18 years old and have been running freelancing for small construction business. Want to expand to more clients. How would you go about emailing small businesses for my service? Okay, so Owen, here's the thing. And I say this with love because you're only 18 years old and you got your whole life ahead of you, and you're probably going to make a lot less mistakes than I made. But when I started out, I thought it was my business to go out and get the business. So what happened was I was emailing people, I was reaching out to people on cold email, direct messaging them on social media platforms. The problem is you're doing it, Owen, but there's also 20 other guys doing it. So if it's you emailing them, and if it's a couple of guys from Pakistan and India and Bangladesh and Indonesia also emailing them, how do they choose which one to work with, right? What you want to do is you want to build a nice foundation of credibility first. So what do I mean by credibility? I want you to put out content, and the content should be nothing crazy. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to promise anything. You should just put out content like, this is how you build a search ad. This is how you build a YouTube ad. This is how you build a Performance Max ad. And what I would do is when you're emailing those clients, I would tell them, hey, what I do is I run Google Ads for small businesses. Here's a construction company that I've worked with, and here are the results that I've gotten them. And what I want you to do is I want you to sign up, or I want you to go and check out my YouTube channel, because I've got a couple of strategies that I think will work for you. So that is the first thing that I would encourage you to do, is actually have the content. And eventually what's going to happen is you're going to get so many people coming to you saying, hey, I was a little bit suspicious of your email, but after watching your content, I think that you might be the right person to work with. Because a lot of people are out there just emailing people, promising to get them great results. But when they actually start working with the people, they realize this guy doesn't really know what he's doing when it comes to Google Ads. Another thing that you will also find is, don't just email people. Go on to Reddit, go on to forums. Forums are a great place to get business. In fact, I got one client who paid me $350 per hour for consulting off of just a Reddit post that I posted 2 years ago. So what you want to do is go on to Reddit, go on to forums where people are talking about Google Ads. I think it's r/Google Ads and r/PPC. And what you want to do is you want to answer people's questions, but you want to give them thoughtful answers. And what other people will do is they'll go, wow, Owen really seems to know a lot about Google Ads. Maybe I should get Owen to run my ads. And then what's going to happen is, instead of you chasing after the clients are going to start reaching out to you and saying, hey, Owen, I saw that you helped this guy with this problem. I'm having a similar problem. Would you mind if I pay you to just run my ads and handle all of that? Because I really don't have the time. A lot of these business owners are very busy. This is why content is important, and this is why credibility is important. If you don't show that business owner in the 20 seconds that is reading your email that you're the real deal, he's going to move on to the next email. He's not still going to take the time to find out if you're good at what you're doing or if you're not good at what you're doing. All right, Owen, I hope this helped. All right. Mike, if you have any follow-up questions, I know I kind of gave you a blanket answer. It's not my intention to do that, but I do have a lot of questions to go through. So Mike, if you have any follow-up questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you as well. All right, so let's just bring this to a conclusion. Owen says, okay, thanks so much. I was thinking of YouTube videos to start the summer. I also work at Staples, a corporate company for small businesses. So I speak to small business owners often. That's fantastic. Keep on talking to them and keep on building those relationships. But remember, you need proof. And when you're that young, a lot of people are going to second guess you. And that's why you have to have those videos, because once they see that you're brave enough to be in front of a camera and show off your skills, then they're going to start trusting you a lot more, and it's going to give you advantage against the older guys, because trust me, the older guys are lazy. They'll tell you, oh, I'm too busy for social media. I'm too busy with, I'm too busy doing this, so I'm too busy doing that. And that's your competitive advantage as a young person. The reason why I'm telling you this is what I use to build my consulting business way back when as well. All right. Thomas, next up. And yes, Mike, I'll definitely review the landing page. What I'll do is I'll drop an email down in the description. And what I want you to do is just send the email there, and I'll pick up your landing page. I don't think you're allowed to post links in the chat, but I'll drop an email down there. Let me know once you've sent the email. All right. So, Thomas, is it a good idea to run display ads for a fundraising campaign? Yes. If so, can I attract leads from countries such as the USA, Canada, and Australia, etc., on a low budget? It's an amazing idea, Thomas, if you want to run display ads. But there's something that I want you to remember about display ads. And I think I have a slide about this somewhere. Am I going to get to the slide in time? Give me a second. Let me just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I find one of my YouTube videos, because I go after this. I think it was in a university talk. And what I want to do is I just want to show you all the ads, kind of draw a comparison here. So just give me 1 second. Let's see if we can just find it over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little recap from what I did in my university lecture. You guys are so lucky. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let me know if you can see my screen over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this real big. All right, so basically what I was saying in this video is that for search ads, your average conversion rate is 4.2%, right? You have to remember that your average conversion rate is 4.2%. Now, when you're doing display ads, your average conversion rate here is only 0.55%. 0.55%. And Ian, I see you're asking a question. This is also going to go along the lines of what I'm about to tell you. So just pay attention to this answer to Thomas's question as well. So as you can see over here, if your conversion rate is lower, right? Although your display ads are going to be cheaper, you're going to reach a lot more people. You can't expect to get your super high conversion rates. So for every 100 people, for every 100 people that click on a search ad, right? Every 100 people that click on a search ad, only about 4.2% are going to convert, right? Sorry, I'm like going through this. I hope this is not confusing. But anyway, as I was saying, I can't find the search ad. Thank God. Okay, there's the search ad. As you can see, for every search ad, your average conversion rate is going to be 4.2%. So for every 100 clicks you get, you're going to get about 4 signups. When it comes to display ads, yes, the clicks are cheaper, way cheaper. However, it's not going to be as good. So I want you to bear that in mind. Your cost per lead will be super low as long as you know what you're doing, but also know that it's not going to be as effective with your conversion rates. What I like to do is I would do display ads if I was you, and I would take 20% of that budget and I would run retargeting ads. So I would take 80% of the budget, run the display ads, and then I would run retargeting ads to bring people back so that they can pay more attention to the offer. And you'll find that you're driving signups with both. And you'll probably see that the remarketing campaign is getting you a phenomenal cost per lead. So do that instead. But don't think you're going to get the same results like with search ads. It's just not going to happen. Hope that helps. If you have any follow-up questions, Thomas, let me know. All right, so let's go back to me mode over here. So let's see, it's all in German. I'm sure there are many improvements to do. I like your videos. They're always good information to collect. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. And Ian, I do see your question. I will get to it. I just want to get Mike up and running over here. All right, so let's see. I don't see any email as yet. I'll keep my eyes open. Let me just make sure that it didn't go to my junk folder. Nope, nothing there. Okay, cool. All right, so let me just look for this email properly, guys. All right. support@neptunedesign.co.za. Yep, that's the correct email address. All right, Mike, I'm just going to send and receive on my side. I'll answer one more question and then I'll get back to yours. I just don't see an email here, my friend, but I'll definitely review your landing page. All right, so Ian asks, which is best for small businesses? Ad Max, I think you mean Performance Max, or search, etc. This is a phenomenal question. I'm very glad that you asked it. And the real answer to your question is, Ian, it depends. If you are in a service-related business, right? So, for example, if you are in plumbing, if you are an HVAC person, if you are somebody who fixes roofs, if you are somebody who is an accountant, then yes, search ads are the best way to show up, right? Because these generate leads. So if you're in a business that is looking specifically for leads, then definitely most of the time it is hypnotherapy. Oh my gosh, Ian, you're in hypnotherapy. I've got a student in my course that does hypnotherapy, actually. Lovely woman. She's from the north of America, the northwest, I think. I don't know. It's cold wherever she is. But yeah, she does hypnotherapy as well. So this is going to make it very easy because I've already worked with a hypnotherapist before. All right. So if you're a hypnotherapist, what you want to do is, number one, you got to be very careful of the keywords that you're using. And you definitely want to go with search. So you want to go with search and you say you do hypnotherapy for X, Y, Z. So for example, what she does is she does a lot of sex therapy. And the problem with sex therapy is if you say the word sex, people will relate that to other stuff. And obviously people are going after those keywords and it's basically the shady companies that do all of the weird stuff. She doesn't do that. She actually just helps people just, recover from traumatic sexual experiences. So basically, what you want to do is you want to be very careful with your keywords. You want to make sure you have the right keywords. More to do with trauma, more to do with pain, more to do with healing, but be very careful of the specific keywords that you use, because sometimes when you use a specific keyword, you're going to trigger either some medicinal product, which you don't want to do because those guys have far deeper pockets than you do. And you don't want to trigger any thing that violates Google Ads advertising policy. So you have to be very careful with that. But definitely for your business, you don't want to touch Pmax. Do not go near Pmax, because what Performance Max does is it takes your normal ad, like let's say you do hypnotherapy, and what it does is it displays the pictures all over the internet to everyone, every single person. So what does that mean? It means if you're a 5-year-old on your mom's iPhone and you're playing the mobile game and a little ad pops up for Ian's hypnotherapy, when someone clicks on that, or when that 5-year-old clicks on that, it's going to cost you money. And that's the problem with Performance Max. Performance Max, if you want to use it for shopping ads, it could possibly work if you have a lot of products on your online store. But please, Ian, do not use it for hypnotherapy. What I would do if I was you is I would run a search campaign. I would make sure that search campaign is reaching the right people, and I would set it at a decent budget. You don't want to also spend too much. What you want to do is you want to keep on experimenting, make sure your landing page is right, make sure everything is right. And then only once it starts working and once it starts converting and once you get clients and signups, then what you want to do is you want to go over to a normal, you want to go over to a Pmax campaign, because then you'll have the data and then Google Ads will know who your ideal customer is. And yes, I know Google will promise you the world. They will tell you Performance Max is the best. They will tell you you're going to get so much more clicks. But guys, I want you to think about this. It is not the amount of clicks that matter. It is the quality of clicks that matter. You can have 10 clicks from people who can afford your service and are urgent to buy today. That is far more valuable than 1,000 clicks from random strangers who just accidentally just clicked on your ad, but they didn't mean to because they're busy doing something else. And this is the problem with search versus display ads. With search ads, I'm coming to this page over here. I'm sure you guys know it by now, but with search ads, I'm coming to this page over here. Let me just share my screen again. If I come to this page over here and I'm searching for hypnotherapist, this is all that's on my mind, right? That's why Google search ads have got very high conversion rates, because somebody's coming here and they're interested in solving their pain. They're interested in healing. Whenever somebody clicks on a display ad or Performance Max ad, they might just be shopping. They might be interested, but they might not be that interested. But when you're actively Googling a problem, it means you want to solve the problem. So yeah, definitely for you, my friend, definitely search ads. And I'd also recommend you check out our Google Ads course. It worked for that hypnotherapist, and I'm pretty sure it'll work for you as well. Link is in the description. All right. Let's get back to this landing page. Mike, you've been waiting for a long time. Okay, let's get this up and running. I'm just going to flip this up on my screen over here. Also, feel free to send me landing pages that you guys have designed. What I'll do is I'll review them as well. All right, so let's see. Let me know if I'm at the right page, Mike, and thanks for your patience, by the way. So what I'm going to say is I accept everything. Fantastic. All right. Is it supposed to be in English? Because it just automatically went to English. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about over here. We've got a lot to talk about over here. Give me 1 second over here, guys. We've got a lot to talk about over here. I need this window and I need it over here. What I'd like to do before, because I know like I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes on this page, what I'd like to do is just quickly grab a glass of water. So just give me a second. Let me just get a glass of water and then I'll be right back. And then we will do this. We're going to do this. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Just want to grab a glass of water. Okay, cool. I'm back. Mike, thanks so much for waiting. Yeah, I'm also trying to, at the same time, configure my YouTube studio and figure that out. So yeah. By the way, guys, I just got monetized last week, Saturday. So I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for your support. I know there's like OG guys like Thomas over here that keeps on coming. We got Omer. We got so many people that keep on coming to these live streams. And I'd like to thank all of you for just, watching the channel. All right. So first things first, Mike, legal protection insurance. We protect your legal rights. First class worldwide. You guys do private, builders, property, landlord, business, and managers. We've got this lovely picture over here, which I like very much. Self-employed people and companies, private customers. Okay, let me just get an understanding of what it is that you're doing. Legal protection. Okay. All right, so there's a couple of things that we need to dissect. First things first, These links over here, I shouldn't see any links over here. If I see links over here, that means you're sending them from the ads straight to the page and you're giving them too much options over here. Now, let's talk about why this is a bad idea. You might be saying, yes, but we're giving people more options. If they want to find out about us, they can. If they want to contact us, there's a special page for that. If they want to find out which one of these services they want, they can go to these things. So actually what we're doing is we're using our money wisely. No, you're not. You're actually burning through money because you're not speaking directly to one person. Whenever you run a Google ad, you should run it for one thing only. I'll give you an example. If you're doing private business, property, and you're doing retroactive legal protection, you should have an ad for property, you should have a landing page for property, and you should then talk about why Rischulzprofile24.de is the right business to handle your property. See what I'm saying? If you have one for private, you want to make sure that that's for that one service only. What you're doing over here is you're giving them room to look around, and you have to remember that the average person only spends 53 seconds on a landing page, right? So I want to show you these results over here. I want to show you. Thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate it. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you very much. I want to show you these results over here. This is a Safari company that we worked with. They were doing the exact same thing that you were doing. They were sending somebody to a page, and the page had all of those offers on top. I told them to make one offer just for safaris. That's it. Let me show you what happened. They went, oh, my screen is in the way. Okay, I think you guys can see. They went from on 1.9% conversion rate, right, to a 29% conversion rate. Same budget, right? The budget over here is $30 a day. The budget over here is $30 a day. They went from generating 16 leads in 90 days to generating 354 leads in the following 82 days or 83 days, right? How is this even possible? Because you are not speaking directly to one person. So it makes it very difficult for you to write an ad, because you have to write an ad that says, hi, we can help you with your property, but also we can help you if you're a landlord, but also we can help you if you're a business, but also we can help you if you're looking for retroactive legal protection as well. You see what I'm saying? It's too much. So what you want to do is you want to simplify the offer. So first things first, you're going to get rid of all of these and you're going to build a proper landing page. Landing page doesn't have any links on top, doesn't have any links at the bottom. It only gives you one option, and that one option is submit the lead or go away. Submit the lead or go away. So that's the first thing that I would do. The second thing I would do is, when you say legal protection insurance, we protect your legal rights individually, first class, worldwide. This doesn't mean anyone to anything. What you want to do here is you want to come up with something solid, and you want to promise them something concrete so that they can say, wow, okay, this is why I should choose this company. So I'll give you an example. If I go, and you can do this because you're in Germany right now, Mike. If you go and you search for legal protection, look at the Google ads and look how all the Google ads on the search results are saying the exact same thing, right? Let's try it. I'm in South Africa. I don't know if it'll work, but let's try it. So let's go legal protection Germany. We got these guys. We've got legal insurance. These guys have a promise already. You see, legal insurance from 17 euro per month. So now I know what I'm getting at. So this might be worth me clicking on it. This one over here, I can't understand what they say. This was a terrible idea. But just to show you, these guys are talking about legal insurance, right? And this is the thing that you want to get in your mind. When a client is looking at the search results, they do not know why your business is special. And this is why you need to paint it out in a very clear picture, right? So the first thing I want you to do is Thank you very much. Mike says the same thing. He says they're all saying the same thing. So if I don't know who you are, and if I don't know what those 3 other companies do and why you're different, why would I hire you? Why would I hire you? If I come over here and you tell me, if I come over here and you tell me we protect your legal rights, what does it even mean? What does it even mean? You need a promise, and you need a very strong promise. So for example, I'm going to Google this one insurance company. And the reason why I'm Googling them is because I know they do good stuff. So I'm going to say Naked Home Insurance. I hope this stream doesn't get demonetized because I'm using all of these words. So there, check this out, right? This is my favorite example. South African companies. First one, home insurance, super boring. Cover for portable possessions, completely useless, but at least they're still talking about home insurance, which is okay. The person running this ad probably doesn't know how to run Google Ads, but Discovery has a huge budget. That's probably why they're showing up first in the search results. But look at Naked Insure over here. Get a quote, get a final price in seconds. No paperwork, no phone calls, just cheaper, quicker, better cover through tech. This is a good ad. Why? Because it's telling me that I can get a quote and a final price in seconds. This is why I want you guys to think really deeply when you're creating an insurance ad, because if you're on a small budget, if you don't have that much money, you're going to have to be smarter than the guys with bigger budgets, right? You're going to have to be smarter than them. Now, here's where Naked drops the ball. Once again, they've got the links over there, but as you can see, they've only got one option on this page, which is smart, get my price. There's only one option here. So in other words, this is what I was saying. Either give me your lead, give me your details, or go away. That's what, I know it sounds harsh, right? I know it sounds harsh. I know you want people to shop around your website, and I know you want people to look at all of those things. But at the end of the day, people only come to a website if they feel like it's going to help them. So that is the first thing I would say to you, Mike. The second thing that I would say to you is these colors here do not work, because this blue here looks like this blue on top, and the blue of the button is exactly the same. So I don't know what to click on. If you had made this button red or orange or peach, this would be much better, because then I'd know what to click on. And what I would do if I was you is I would take off all of this yellow stuff. It doesn't really help you. And what I would do is I would put a form over here with name, email, address, contact us, basically. If you do that, you will have a nice form, and somebody will come in, and in 5 seconds, they'll understand exactly who you are, what you do. And then they'll go, wow, okay, I need these guys, right? Moving down over here. Okay, so let's explore this section. It says, we secure your rights. We have been there for you for more than 25 years. No, you haven't. You have not been there for me. You've been there for your other customers, but you haven't been there for me. I don't know if this translates exactly to the same in German, but maybe change this. So what I would do is I would say something like, we have successfully helped insure over 20 million euros worth of business, or 20 billion euros worth of business. So somebody understands, wow, okay, these guys are the business. Saying that you've been in business for 25 years, it doesn't really mean anything anymore, because a lot of people are speaking that exact same way. So I would put something more tangible, or we are successfully serving over 200 companies in Germany right now with legal protection. That's something that makes me go, wow, I need to work with these people. All right, so advantages over here. You've put a lot over here. I need you to put the 3 big ones. And this comes back to when I say property. So we would have a page for property, advantages for our customers, and we would put 3 big reasons why you sign up with us. They're not going to read all of this. The average person stays on a website for 53 seconds. If it's this long, they're not going to stick around, and you've probably lost them. And once again, I don't want to see your interview. I'm sure Sven is a nice guy. We don't care. When they click on this, it should say, start working with us today. When they click on this, it should have a nice pop-up, and it should take their details. I don't want to see an interview with Sven. I'm not going to have 25 minutes to sit. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, a wonderful guy. That is not for this page. If you're marketing, you're spending money. If you're spending money, you need to get leads back. We do not want to make more friends, right? And I know this builds credibility. What you can do is you can send it to an email to them afterwards if they're not responsive. But this is not the place to put an interview. Don't do that. You are killing your leads. Okay. So we've got to contact us here. Again, these button colors, they're killing you, man. Blue is not your color. You need something that's going to pull them in and something that stands out from the page. We need contrast. If we don't have contrast, the page isn't going to pop. So I'll give you an example. If I go to profitable PPC over here, that's my Google Ads course. You see how that button stands out? Come down here. You see how this button stands out? We chose this color on purpose because you want people to take action. You don't want them to waste energy thinking about where should I take action. It should be so obvious for them. Going on, contact us. Okay, got you. The design is actually fairly good. I like the colors. I just feel like it's a little bit too much information. These over here, I think you could minimize them as well just to get through the page faster. And what's the main thing that's missing? Your reviews. The reviews are way too far down. What I would do with these reviews is I would pull them up and I would put the reviews right underneath here. I'd put 3 over here, and then I would put the rest of the reviews at the bottom of this page. And you want to change it from what our customers say to something like, we've successfully served 250 clients. Here's what they say. So yeah, that's my brief overview. I could go into more detail with this, but yeah, I'll save that for my Google Ads community. Basically, I've got this whole section in my Google Ads community where we do landing page roasts. So all you need to do is basically log in, you go into the community, you can post your landing page, and we basically look at your landing page and we give you feedback, just like I did for Mike. And that's my Google Ads community called the Feedback Circle. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to link it down here below. All right, Mike, I hope that was helpful. Guys, if you have any questions about Google Ads on a small budget, please let me know. What I want to do at this stage is I just want to, let's see, I quickly want to go for a bathroom break. Let me just see if I can get a screen on. And yeah, Mike, I hope that was helpful to you. The one thing you guys need to understand, and I think this is the most difficult thing to get about Google Ads, running advertising in general, you know what makes you special. You know that you are good at your job. You know that you are good at your business. You know that you've served a lot of people. That's not the problem. The problem is the client, the person who's looking at your ad, the person who's looking at your landing page. They're not that in love with your business like you are. They don't know who you are. They don't know if you can help them. They've been scammed by a lot of people online. And so what you want to do with those people is you want to give them some clear reasons why they should choose you. That's what we're basically doing with advertising. You're just giving the client some very, very clear reasons over why they should choose you. All right. So I think I can hold out for a bit. Do we have any more questions? Any more questions about small budgets in Google Ads? And for those people wondering, let me just do a full thingy for you guys. If you guys are wondering how I get so good at this, it's because I've been doing this for the past 7 years and I've been helping small business owners figure out what works and what doesn't work on small budgets. And a big push of me doing that is I've got my own Google Ads community. So in this community, you're going to get weekly coaching calls from me, just like this one, where you can ask me anything. You can show me your ad data. And we also do, as you can see, here's one of our coaching calls. And what we also do is we do landing page roasts. We do Google Ads challenges, like who can produce the most leads in 1 month. And there's a whole section just dedicated to Google Ads memes as well. And on top of that, there are masterclasses inside that you can follow so you can learn how to get better at Google Ads in a really short space of time. Actually, I released a very, very good masterclass recently, and I basically talk about the 6 steps you need to follow to become a Google Ads Pro. And it's a really in-depth masterclass. It's my best, guys. I do a lot of Google Ads training. I've got 154 videos on YouTube, excluding my 15-hour Google Ads course, excluding my workshops on Google Ads. I've got a lot of training. When I tell you I've just made the best masterclass I've ever made on Google Ads, and I've put it inside my Google Ads community, that's because I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my community to the top. That's the link over there. It's kind of long, so just go to the comment section and just click on it. But yeah, Mike, I hope this has been helpful. Anybody else, if you want me to review your website, if you're running advertising to your website, if you're running Google Ads and it's not working out, I want you just to let me know. And what I'll do is I'll give you a special email that you can send the landing page to, and then I'll have a look at it just like I did for Mike, and then I'll break down what he's doing wrong and what he can improve on. And Mike, this is one of the last things I want to say to you, and thank you so much for being gracious enough to letting us, look at the landing page and go through it and stuff like that. I really appreciate the fact that you want to learn, and that's what I love to see. People that come to learn, I will always help, right? So Mohammed, what I'm going to do is I am going to send you a link, and I want you to email that link. Email me the link to the specific landing page that people are landing on, and I'll gladly review that for you. So Mike, as I was saying to you, the one thing I need you to understand is whenever you're making something, an advertising campaign, a landing page, speak to one person. If you speak to one person for one product or service, it's always going to be easy. It's always going to convert well. If you have a bakery and you sell cakes and you sell pastries and you sell cakes, pastries, what else? For lack of a better word, bread, you want to have one landing page just for cakes. Just for cakes, just for your custom cakes that you make. You want to have one ad that's just for cakes as well. So when I'm reading the ad, I'm like, wow, these people do custom cakes. They've done over 400 different types of cakes. I'm so excited. I'm going to click on this ad. When they click on this ad, now all they see is cakes. Wow, they do this type of cake. They do that type of cake. They do these party cakes and these birthday cakes. And then you want to give them reviews from people who have gotten cakes from you before. When you follow that system, one ad, one service or product, one client that you're talking to, all of the sudden, the conversion rates will start rising. It'll look like magic. I've had people on $7 per day. One of our students, Martine, she's on $7 per day. She fully booked out her business and she does dog coaching. Completely booked out her business for the entire month on a $7 per day budget. This is how easy it is. Why? Because you're speaking to one person. But what we do is we want to give them options. We want to say, oh, do you want the cakes? Or maybe if you don't want the cakes, do you maybe want the bread? Or maybe if you don't want the bread, do you want the pastries? And now that person goes to the website and goes, I feel like cakes, but I also feel like pastries, but I'm not really sure what I want. You know what? I'll keep this tab open. I'll come back to it. And they never do. So you're paying to get the client to the website. You're paying all of this money, and then there's no payoff because you gave them too much options. They got flustered and they leave. Another way that you can think about it is when you go to the movies, you go to the movies with your girlfriend or you go to the movies with your boyfriend. You guys are standing there and you're looking at all of these movies you can watch. And now you're looking at this poster and you look at this poster. Have you noticed how long it takes to decide what movie to watch? Why? Because you've got so much options. You don't want to make the wrong choice. So what you want to do is you want to make it super easy for the website visitors, and you want to just give them one option. The one option is, do you want a cake? Yes or no? If no, then leave, get out of here. But no one's going to click on an ad for cakes and not be interested in cakes. So by simplifying the messaging, by building out a campaign for every single product, you're going to get better results because now there's no options. You go into the movie, there's only one movie that you can watch. If you don't like the movie, you just leave. And this is why, and I want to show you this, Mohammed, your your website still hasn't come through, and I want to show you these results, because these results are all of these results I got just from one landing page. So let me just do this. Okay, I'm going to share my screen over here. Okay, so these are my one-on-one coaching clients. By the way, if you guys are interested in doing one-on-one coaching with me, I'm also going to drop the link in the chat. Okay, so Mohammed, you said you're still going to email. That's fine. Guys, if you have any more questions, if you're new to the live stream, welcome. I'm answering everything to do with Google Ads on a small budget. No question is too small. Ask whatever you need to ask. I am here. I'm probably going to be here for the next 45 minutes, and I want to answer as many things as I can. All right, so what I want to show you guys is I want to show you this specific case study over here. So plumbing page, we redesigned the landing page. We got rid of some negative keywords. Her conversion rate went from 12.5% to 14%. That's not the amazing, but her leads went from 2 leads per month all the way up to 29 leads per month. Same budget. Budget was exactly the same, right? Safari, Samuel went from 16 leads in 90 days all the way up to 54 leads in 83 days. And by the way, guys, all of this is from landing page design. Just making that small tweak. Budget stayed exactly the same, right? And let's keep going, right? Ivan, sorry, what do I say? Ivan, my good friend, this is an e-commerce store, completely different story. There's no landing page involved over here. But still, even on his tiny budget, we've taken him all the way from spending $248 per week and only getting back $90 in sale. We got him to spend $423, which, yes, I know is more money, but he was profitable, so why not? And he was getting $2,230 dollars in sales per month, right? All right, so let me answer these questions in order. Okay, so Wendy Morrow says best software for cradle to grave tracking, reporting on ROAS. Exactly. This is a bit of a tough one for me because I don't do reporting. This is not something that I'm going to be able to give you a definite answer on. What I just do is I just pull reports from Google Ads and I just pull whatever tracking information I have over there. The best person to ask that, and Wendy, I see that you're asking me on LinkedIn. I'm going to give you a link to my good friend Pamela Wagner. We do a lot of live streams together, and I'll give you a LinkedIn link. Just make sure that you can see the links. If not, just add me as a friend on LinkedIn and I'll send you Pamela's details. Pamela actually owns an agency and they've done over 3,000. They've worked on over 3,000 Google Ads accounts. So she is definitely the best person to talk to for that. So I'm going to drop her profile in the chat. And you can ask her that question. But it's a good question, Wendy. Thank you very much for asking that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm not the right person to answer that question, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. But if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. All right, so Timalaid Adeyemi, I hope I'm saying that right. Timalaid Adeyemi, what should I do after I get my leads? All right, so I'm going to need a little bit more context when it comes to this question. Are you asking me if you should switch your ads off after you get the leads, or do you get the leads in your inbox and you don't know if you should message them, call them, speak to them? I need a little bit more information. If you could write me 3 sentences just explaining the situation exactly, then I'm going to answer you. I don't want to waste everybody's time by answering a question that I think is the question, but maybe you're asking me a completely different type of question. All right, cool. So, Muhammad, you've mailed me. Fantastic. Okay, let's go and have a look at this page. All right, so okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to share the page. Let's Gone awfully silent, but that's just me messing around. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what we've got over here. Okay, so we've got blossom flowers. This Nung gifts over here, I would definitely take it away because this is doing nothing. This embossed in the back doesn't look good. Okay. Wow. I am seriously impressed. This is some good work. The call to action buttons are super clear. I would put these stars in yellow, but this is, guys, this is a good example of an online store. All right, so if I'm running ads, I'm probably not coming to this page. So what I'm going to do is I want to look at the product pages. This is where your clients are going to land if you're running shopping ads. So I'm running shopping ads. Just click on the bouquet over here. Let's see what we've got. Indulge in the captivating allure. Okay, beautiful. Ah, this is your problem. I've already spotted a problem over here. Your product page just ends immediately, right? Your product page just ends immediately over here. But I need to know a little bit more about how you pick your flowers, where your flowers are coming from. This is too little information. So what's going to happen with you is, and I'm just going to predict the future on your behalf because I'm sure this is happening on your website already. Let me guess. I'm going to guess. You're getting 2,000 clicks, 400 clicks, 600 clicks. Very few people are checking out. You know why? Because you're taking me straight from here, straight into all the other flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on browsing. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to keep on browsing. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to keep on browsing. And I'm going to browse forever. And I'm probably not going to be able to make up my mind. And I'm going to end up leaving. So the problem with this is your product pages over here. You should show the flowers in different arrangements. You should talk about how you get the flowers in, describe a little bit more about your process, and then you're going to be better at basically getting conversions from this website. I don't want to take anything away from this website, Mohammed, because I think you've done a fantastic job, but there are no reviews on this product page. So what's going to happen is somebody's going to go to your Google Shopping. They're maybe going to come to this product page and there's nothing. I don't see any proof that you can actually deliver these flowers for me. Now, you might be saying, yes, but the proof is on this. If you go to the page, if you go to the bottom over here, you're going to see the testimonials. Most people don't have time for that. Remember, we were talking about the 53-second rule. So within 53, oh my gosh, you spoiled it. Why did you? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the cakes should go on the store. I'm going to put my hand up over here. You spoiled it completely for me with the cakes. What you want to do is make the cakes and bundle them with the flowers, but you don't want to sell the cakes separately because now you're turning into a different type of online store. You're offering too much. This is breaking everything down, all the good work that you've done. But anyway, going back to this, what you want to do is when you click on the online store and you land on this page, I want the reviews here because if I want the flowers, I want to know you guys are promising me free delivery and you are promising me same day delivery. I want to see if any of the clients that have ordered this did actually get their orders in the same day. That's going to give me what I need so that I can continue. And also take off this 193 customers are viewing this product because no one believes this stuff. No one believes you've got 165 people viewing the product at the same time. Take it off. People are smarter than that by now. Because how did you go from 100 to 250 to 92? This is just random. So take this off. People used to do this to boost their sales, but now it's actually putting people off selling. But I really like the store. If I was to give you a score, I would give you a solid 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10. You're doing a lot of things right over here. I absolutely love the design. It looks super good, super clean. You are doing so much good things over here. What I would do is just be careful with the cakes and the chocolate. I would bundle them together with the flowers, but that's a business choice. You'll find out if it's for you or not for you. But one thing, your product pages is where you need to put the work in, my friend. Your product pages is what's going to make the difference, and it's going to increase the conversion rate of these pages if you can just add your testimony, your process for finding the flowers, and just why your flowers are better than everybody else's flowers. If you can do that, you are going to be miles ahead. You've got a top seller on your hands. All right. I hope that helped, Muhammad. If anybody else has any questions on their Google Ads, I want you to write those questions in the comment section. I am here. I want to answer every single thing that you want to ask. But yeah, I'm only going to answer what I can. Okay, so Timmalade says, thanks, Devon. I followed a lot of your trainings and they have been useful. It's my absolute pleasure. All right, so Timmalade, I'm still waiting on the follow-up. So to what should I do after I get my leads? Can you give me a little bit more? Just let me understand. What do you mean? Did you get the lead? Are you struggling to close the leads? Should you switch your ads off after you have the leads? Let me just understand what you mean by that, right? And I think while we have this little lull over here, let's just see. We got Mohammed. Mohammed says, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Surely I will join you time in coming future. Okay. I think he says, surely I will join you in time in the coming future. Fantastic, Mohammed. No problem. Guys, when it comes to having a small budget in Google Ads, just take a sip of water here. I really do feel like I'm repeating myself, but the reason why I want to tell you guys about this stuff is whenever you're running Google Ads, whenever you're doing Google Ads, what I recommend you do is I recommend that you go after your offer first. Optimize your offer first. It'll make everything much easier. Whenever you go for your ads, bidding settings, bidding strategies, broad match, exact match, phrase match, negative keywords, target impression share, whenever you start fooling around with settings, you forget about the creatives and the creatives suffer. And from what I've seen from working with clients over the past 7 years, when we focus on their creatives, when we work with their creatives, all of a sudden, that's where the magic is. That's where they start getting big conversion rates. When we worry so much about the bidding strategy, it matters. It does. Manual CPC will make a massive difference. Focusing on a target CPA, if you're doing focusing on conversions, will make a massive difference. But after you've done those two things, you still have a lot of optimizing to do. And that's where a lot of you are getting stuck. A lot of you are getting stuck because you are so busy optimizing the back end of Google Ads that you forget to optimize the front end of Google Ads. And what I want you to do is start optimizing the front end, because the front end is where the money is. The front end is going to make you a lot more money. Now, what I also want to do is, I know somebody's going to ask this. I also want to let you guys know what are some of the top ads that you can use, right? But before I do that, it looks like Timmalade has gotten his question ready. So we're going to jump into that, but I'm going to tell you what are the top ads to use for small budgets. So people in the chat, hold me accountable. If I forget, just write down top ads, and then I'll remember, okay? So just somebody write that in the chat right now. And also, is this live stream helping anyone? If you've been helped by what I've said in the past hour and 10 minutes, let me know down below in the chat, and also let me know what country you are calling from. All right, so you want my LinkedIn? I'm going to post my LinkedIn just for anybody who actually know. My LinkedIn is at the bottom of the video description. So just go to the bottom of the video description. You'll see it over there. All right, cool. So let's see, Timmalade. Okay, so I sell a supplement that helps people with stroke. From my landing page, I gave a discount offer. My call to action is view offer. They need to enter their email. The renewed campaign is very new. I get leads that have gotten to the offer page but are yet to take action. How do you advise I close these leads better? All right. So, Timolade, great questions. I'm loving the questions. And what I want you to do is I want you to just send me an email. I'm going to put my email in the chat, support@Neptune Design. And what I want you to do is send me the page so I can go and look at the page and I can tell you where you're going wrong. I'm not going to be able to tell you if I can't see the page. All right. Wendy writes top ads. Yes, this is so helpful from the US. Awesome, Wendy. Glad to have you here from the US, man. I appreciate you. Wendy, I can tell you're going to be a great, great member of our live stream. So I want you to keep on coming back to the next live streams. I've got such an awesome live stream planned for you guys next week. It's going to be a full workshop. I'm so excited. But anyway, enough about that. Let me not spoil that surprise. All right. So Muhammad says, what is your opinion about broad match versus phrase match versus exact match? I knew this question would come up. This question comes up all the time. And here's the thing. A lot of you are going with exact match, okay? Some of you are going with phrase match. I think it's 50-50. Some of you prefer phrase match. Some of you prefer exact match. And everybody is ignoring broad match. Everyone is ignoring broad match. I actually want to show you something. Broad match, right? You're ignoring broad match. What I'm going to do is I am going to show you, this is a slide from my own Google Ads account. Let's see if I can find it or if it's just going to be buried after all of this. Let's see. Yeah, of course, Devon, you've taken it off your website. Of course. Okay. I need to log into my Google Ads and just maybe show you guys a screenshot. But basically, I've been getting awesome results with broad match. And can I tell you why? I've been getting awesome results with broad match because I'm getting traffic at a very, very cheap cost. And I'm writing my ads so that they can exclude people who aren't interested. So I'll give you an example. I sell a course for $649. To put people off from just clicking on my ads and not buying, I put the price of the course in the ad so that everybody who clicks on the ad already knows, okay, this course is for $650. So broad match is not really a problem if your ad is worded correctly. But if your ad is not worded correctly, then my friend, it's going to spend your money. It's going to burn through your money. You will find that 94% of your search terms are either pointless, no good whatsoever. So what I would do is, if you're brand new to Google Ads and you're just getting started, phrase match all the way. And then once you get your offer and your offer's converting and it's converting at 3% or more, then I would switch over to broad match. Because here's the thing, by choosing phrase match, you're being very strict. Google Ads can only send you the searches that match your phrase. And it sounds very good. But what about the people who are searching the things that you did not think about? I'll give you an example. If I'm selling cars, I can have Audi as a keyword. I can have BMW as a keyword. I can have automatic BMW and automatic Audi as a keyword. But what happens if somebody searches for new car finance or new car under $1,000 per month? You're not going to show up for that search. Why? Because it's not in your phrase match keywords. So what I recommend, and this is a strategy that I teach all my students, is make 3 ad groups, run all 3 at the same time. Whichever one has the highest conversion rate and the lowest cost per lead, that's the one that you leave on, because this question is unique for every single business. Every single business is going to be different. For my business, broad match works fine. I get a 66.67% conversion rate from some broad match keywords. Why would I want to switch them off? But for some of you that do something that's a little bit more general, broad match can literally eat 80% of your budget. So you don't want to run it. So what I do is 3 ad groups, 3 different match types, 1 ad group for broad, 1 ad group for phrase, 1 ad group for exact, run them for 2 weeks, compare the stats side by side. And once you do that, you'll understand which one is the best for your business. And trust me when I say, sometimes you might think broad match is a waste of money, but my gosh, if you get broad match right, it actually turns into an asset for your business, because you get all of these terms that people search for that you didn't think of. So be very careful with them. I'm not saying broad match is the best. I'm saying test all three side by side and make sure you find out which one is for you. All right, cool. I didn't get any emails, Timolade. I'm still waiting on your emails. Wakas Ahmad says he's from Pakistan. Please clap. Okay, I'll give you a clap. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining the live stream. All right, cool. So Mohammed, sometimes I choose maximum click as a bidding strategy when the keywords are more or less competitive. I don't understand what you mean by when the keywords are more or less competitive. Could you just like rephrase that just so that I understand? So let me just see, maybe if I slow it down. Sometimes you choose maximize clicks as a bidding strategies when the keywords are no or less competitive. Okay, no. I need you to just reword that, Mohammed, so I can understand what you're saying. All right, cool. Welcome to the live stream. For anybody who hasn't been here, my name is Devon Thomas. I'm a Google Ads expert. I've been helping entrepreneurs on small budgets optimize their ads and get great results, even with tiny budgets, because when I started off with Google Ads, I only had a $1 per day budget. That's right, $1 per day. 7 years ago, I only had $1 per day. Why? Because I was broke. I was a broke entrepreneur just trying to figure out how to make Google Ads work, how to get leads. And what I've learned, the strategies, the tactics, everything that I've learned, I've now helped big businesses, small businesses, medium-sized businesses. I've worked with budgets as big as 13,000 US dollars per day. So I've really seen everything. And what I help people do is I help them understand why their Google ads are not working and what they can do about it. So there's a couple of ways if you want to work with me. One thing you can do is you can just do a super chat. Just give me a super chat in the comment section just to say thank you. You can sign up for coaching. So we have one-on-one coaching, and there's a link for that somewhere in the comment section. We've also got a Google Ads community that you can join. We've got training, weekly trainings from me in there. And I've also got a full Google Ads course. It's called Profitable PPC. And what I'll do is I'll drop that down below. It's a 15-hour Google Ads course, and it's super comprehensive. Now, I've got a couple of things that I need to sort out. I've got an email from Timolade, so we're going to look through that. But what I also have over here is I've got Mohammed. And Mohammed was just clarifying his question. So he was saying sometimes I choose maximum clicks as a bidding strategy when the targeted keywords are less competitive. That's fine. So for example, as per Google Keyword Planner, your cost per click for your target keyword is less than $1 per dollar. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you have the money and you want to go with maximize clicks, you can. What I like to do with maximize clicks is if I have a big budget, if I've got like $3,000 to spend and I don't have time to figure out what the unique bid is on each and every single keyword, then I choose maximize clicks. However, and I want to throw this as a little curveball to you, Mohammed, what if you could get that same click for 50 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents? Would you still pay $1 for it? That's when maximum clicks is no longer fun, and that's where manual CPC is really fun. So what I like to do is sometimes I do this. I put it on maximize clicks, and I just let it run for 2 weeks. I come back and I see what the average cost per click is. And then I switch to manual CPC and I drop every single keyword to whatever its average cost per click is. And what that allows me to do is I'm paying as much as the market is paying for those clicks on those keywords, but I'm not overpaying. So I'm not paying that $1. If I can get that click for 30 cents, I'm going to get that click for 30 cents. If I can get that click for 46 cents, I'm going to get that click for 46 cents. It is a very intense strategy. You have to spend time in your Google Ads. But if you have a small budget, this is what you need to do to make a small budget work. Once your budget gets bigger and once you don't really care about how much clicks come in, then you can easily go for another bidding strategy. But I'm also happy for you to do it your way. It's perfectly fine. Does anybody have any questions for me before I get into this landing page review over here? Let's see, Timberlade. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to share this. Okay. So let's share this over here. You guys are quiet, man. Give me a shout out in the comments if you're still here. All right, cool. So Timberlade's in this. Take control of your body again. We've helped over 100 people beat stroke and given then okay, so this is spelled wrong. Like this is spelled wrong, and already Timberlade, you're gonna have a hard time getting leads. Okay, enter your email to unlock over 280 nairas off. Here's what our customers say. Felicia. Okay, Timberlade, I'm gonna take a wild guess over here, and I'm gonna ask you one question. Is this an affiliate product? Let me know down in the chat. Okay, so Wendy says you're still here. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you, Timberlade, is this an affiliate product? Because this has a smell of being an affiliate product. This looks like an AI generated image, by the way. So I'm just going to let you know already. This looks like an AI generated image. You've got 2 reviews over here. Yeah. Okay, let's see over here. All right, so Timberlade, there's a lot that doesn't make sense on this page. Number one, you don't have any logos. So already, I'm very suspicious. I'm already thinking that this might not be what I'm signing up for. Okay. Number 2, you've got this AI generated person over here. Number 3, you say you've helped over 1,000 people beat stroke, but you've only got 2 testimonials over here. 2, right? If we count, let's say we count this is 3. So you've helped over 10,000 people, but you've only got 1, 2 over here. This is how I can tell this is probably an affiliate. And then you're telling me I can enter my email and unlock money off, but you haven't even told me what is the price of the thing that you're selling. My advice to you, if you are doing this and it's affiliate marketing, get a new product. This is not the product you should be selling. You are going to get in a lot of trouble by selling this product, because already I can tell that I don't think that this does what you say it does. So I'm all for making money, but I want you to do it in an ethical way. And I'm telling you now, if this is an affiliate product, change your business, change your product, because this is going to get you into a lot more trouble with Google Ads than actually help you. All right. And I'm going to leave that at that. All right. So let's see what else we've got over here. There are 3 metrics given by Google Ads, which we can see in columns section 1. All right. Is this a question? There are 3 metrics given by Google Ads, which we can see in columns section 1. Okay. Do you want to know how you can add more metrics? All right. So Timberlade said it's a direct selling product. All right. So if it is an affiliate product, I think you should change your product, my friend. I don't think it's worth the fuss. Number 1, it's health related, so it's going to be expensive. Number 2, they want you to be an affiliate because they're having trouble selling it right now. And number 3, all of those claims on those pages cannot be verified. So you need a product where you can verify what it does. For example, if you have a weight loss product, you should be able to show somebody who's recovered from weight, or somebody who has been at a higher weight and gone to a lower weight. There are much easier ways to make money online, and I think you're choosing the most difficult affiliate product to sell. Timberlake, not your speed. Definitely, you need to be a very good copywriter, and you need to actually have a product that helps people. So I really don't know what to tell you, but I don't think that that's the right product for you, my friend. I'm just going to be honest there. I'm just going to put my cards on the table. You're more than welcome to do what you want, but I strongly advise against going with that type of product. All right. So estimated top of page bid, first page position bid. Okay. What is the third one? Wakas, I'm not following with your question. So if you could just write a nice paragraph so I understand what you're saying, that would really help a lot. All right, guys. What I'm going to do is I am going to stay on this live stream for about 15, 20 minutes more. So if you're on a small budget right now and you haven't asked the question, maybe you're too shy, I want you to ask me everything, because you might not see me again. This is the first live stream that I've done in a couple of weeks. So what I want you to do is please, please, please ask. Nobody's going to be angry at you if you just ask. You're going to get good information. I promise you. I've been doing this for 7 years. We won't hurt you. We won't bite. I'll look after you, but you need to ask the question. If you don't ask the question, there's no way that I'm going to be able to answer the question on your behalf. All right. So, all right. So, Mohammed over here, can you share the right structure to follow for Pmax for e-commerce? I'm going to share with you a structure that works for most shopping campaigns. And one thing I want you to understand about Performance Max is it's something that's very weird. When it works fine. But if you find that Performance Max doesn't work, it's best to switch it off, go to standard shopping, get conversions first, and then switch over to Performance Max. But if I was running Performance Max for e-commerce, I would do this very simple thing. I would make 2 campaigns, one campaign with my best-selling products, the products that I know that convert, and I would put those into a Performance Max campaign, and I would name them best sellers. And the ones that are very low performing, I would put them in a different Performance Max campaign, and I would spend as little budget on them as possible. Why is that? Because Performance Max is going to go out there, and most of the time when it gets it wrong, it takes your products that are kind of wasting money, but they have very cheap clicks, and it keeps on showing those products. I've had some online stores, excuse me, let me just change my sitting position over here. I've had some online stores where we want to sell the big product, the $200 product, the $500 product, but Google Ads keeps on showing the $10 product over and over and over again. And what happens is the $10 product ends up eating all of the budget for the expensive products. So what you want to do is you want to take the products with very high margin, the ones that are your best sellers, the ones that convert well, you want to put them into one campaign. And then what you want to do is the rest of the products, you want to put them into a different campaign. Now, I know you can do this with standard shopping. There's a little mark where you go in and there's a drop down and you can basically add which products you want onto a campaign. But I highly recommend that you do this with Performance Max. If you can't do this with Performance Max, I want you to do it with standard shopping campaigns. But always remember this. If you're running Performance Max and you're noticing that the performance isn't there, stop trying to optimize that sucker. Stop trying to get it to work. Most of the time, when Performance Max doesn't work, it's very hard to get it going. It is very hard to get it going. So Mohammed says over here, do you want to create a separate campaign or can I create a different asset group? I would create an entirely separate campaign, because what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to control your budget. That's what I'm after. If you have $100 per day budget, I can set the best selling campaign and I can give it an $80 budget. And the other one, I can give it a $20 budget. With different asset groups, I wouldn't, because Performance Max is still going to go and find a way to spend my money. If I want to protect my money, what I'll do is I would put $80 per day into my best sellers. That way I know the products that have the highest chance of getting sold, that have the best margins, that are the best for my business and have the best profit margins. I know those products are going to get shown more often. That's my goal. And the rest, if they get a sale, yay. If they don't get a sale, I don't really care because they're not my best sellers. You have to always remember this with an online store. Any online store, 20% of the products are making 80% of the profit. Go to any online store owner and ask him, sir, do all of your online store products sell, or do you just have a few that keep on selling? Most of the time, 20% of the products are making 80% of the sales. You want to make sure that that 20% of products get 80% of the budget so that they can keep on making 80% of the sales. If this makes any sense to you, let me know, because I know I said 20 and 80 about a million times just now, but that's basically what you want to do. You want to make sure that the most of your budget goes to the most profitable products. It's so weird, right? When we use Google Ads, we don't think about this, but it's just a normal business principle. If you are a car dealership and you have a certain space, showroom space, what cars are you going to put in front? Are you going to put the cars in front that nobody wants and nobody's going to look at, Or are you going to put the cars in front of the dealership that have the most potential to sell? The ones that everybody wants, the ones that everybody loves, the ones that everybody keeps on going with. You're going to make sure that the best cars you have that always sell are at the front, so that when people walk past that dealership window, they'd be like, wow, I've always wanted that car. Let's go in and let's go have a look at it. And then if the person asks you, oh, by the way, do you also do limos or do you also do that? Then somebody can go to the back and show you a limo or show you whatever. So you always want to make sure you control your budget. All right. So Mohammed says there, great recommendation. I will implement this tomorrow. You are so awesome. Thank you, man. Mohammed, I really appreciate you. Thank you for so many questions. Man, guys, you guys can learn something from Mohammed. What I want you to do is ask any questions you have below. Ask me anything about Google Ads. We are going to help you figure out Google Ads on a tiny budget. Also, I'm thinking about doing either a YouTube video or a masterclass. Let me know in the comment section what you would like me to do a Google Ads live stream or maybe YouTube video about. I'm shopping for some content ideas. So let me know down below in the comment section what you'd like me to see me do a live stream on. This is your chance. Ask me whatever now today, but also tell me what you want to see in the next live streams, just so that I know I'm creating content that you guys actually want to watch. All right. Okay, so Wakas Ahmad says, in manual CPC, there are 3 metrics given by Google for keywords. We can see columns, okay? So estimated top of page bid, estimated position bid, and estimated first page bid. Which one should you rely on? You shouldn't rely on anyone, Ahmad, because Google will lie to you. They will lie to you. They will tell you the top of page bid is $10. Tomorrow morning, when you log into your Google Ads account, all of a sudden the top of page bid is $15. Then all of a sudden they change their mind and they say, oh no, you need to, your ads are at risk of not being shown. You need to up your bids to $20. We've seen this. I've literally had a campaign, right? No jokes. I started a campaign a few weeks back. They told me the estimated top of page bid was $10.85. But I've been running that campaign for 2 years, and my average cost per click is 83 cents, and my average conversion rate is about 16%, right? So this is what Google Ads is doing. Whenever Google Ads gives you these metrics, and they say, we recommend you pay this much, we recommend the estimated top of page bids, that first word is the clue. It's an estimate. An estimate, if you go and look at the English language, is a guess. The only way Google Ads is going to get you to spend more money is if they get you to increase your manual CPC bids. So I don't want you to look at your estimated top of page bid, none of that. You're going to look at 2 things. You're going to look at your impression share, right? So I want you to enable a column that says impression share, right? And I want you to look at, I think it's your absolute top of page impression percentage. I know that's a lot, so what I'll do is I'll type it down in the comment section. I think it's absolute top of page percentage. Something like that. Not going to open my Google Ads now to look at it, but let's see. Actually, you know what? I will open my Google Ads because I'm a nerd and I want to know now for sure. So hold on. Let me get my Google Ads open over here so that we just don't give you the wrong information. Yeah, what you want to do is you want to look at your average cost per click. You want to look at your impression share, and you want to look at your absolute top of page percentage. Why absolute top of page percentage? Because that's how many times you appear at number one in the search results. And that will tell you if you should be more aggressive with your manual CPC or if you should be less aggressive with your manual CPC. But one thing you should not do is trust Google Ads with their top of page bids, because they will lie to you today, they will lie to you tomorrow, and they will keep on lying to you. All right, cool. So the metric is, yeah, I knew I was going to get it wrong. Okay, so it's search absolute top impression share. That's the one. I'm going to put it down in the chat. Search absolute top impression share. If you look at that specific metric, it'll tell you how many times you appear at number one in the search results, and that's going to tell you if you should increase your bid or if your bid is fine. Another way that you can also measure is look at your average CPC, your average cost per click for keywords. If you notice that the average cost per click, right, that you are paying is, if you look at your keyword and your keywords means you need to increase your average cost per click. If you're paying $5, but the average cost per click is $2, that means you're paying $3 more than you're supposed to be doing, and you need to drop that down. But this comes with time. It comes with practice. I teach this in my Google Ads course, but it's something that you need to do, and it'll save you a lot of money if you do it. But whatever you do not go and take Google Ads estimates forward. Do not do it. You are literally burning money. Google Ads will tell you everything, man. They'll lie to you. They lied to me and they told me my top of page bid was $10. I know I've been paying 83 cents. So, yeah, be very careful with that. All right, cool. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, so on the next live stream, Mohammed wants me to share my view on video campaign strategy. Happy to do that, Mohammed. In fact, I've got a very good training on YouTube ads where I've used YouTube ads to create, I think it's a $4 cost per lead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my full video strategy. It might not be the very next one because we've got a very big one coming up. That's going to be a proper workshop coming up next week. But yeah, all right, cool. So I hope this helps. Wakas Ahmed, I really hope this helps and I hope you understand. And he says, love this. Thank you for that. Yeah, I know it can be confusing. Google Ads will tell you sometimes that, you know, your top of page is this or that, and it keeps on changing. Don't follow them. Don't follow Google Ads. All right. So Ruthie Blue, I love the name. Just starting out with Google Ads and pod on a shoestring budget. Yep, we all started with shoestring budget, so don't worry about that. I've been running a Performance Max ad for one product for about 4 weeks. £5, £5 per day, and nearly 1,000 clicks. Many views and no conversions. What could I be doing wrong? And Ruthie Blue says, I'm in the UK. Sorry, I'm reading ahead here. All right. Actually, I love the UK. I stayed in the UK for 2 years. I'm originally in South Africa, born in South Africa, but I stayed in the UK for 2 years and I absolutely loved it. You know, a lot of people will say that British people are cold. I absolutely love the British people. They are the best people on planet Earth. They want to take you to the pub all the time or to the club all the time, and they are just the happiest people ever. I'm not talking about when it comes to football, but I'm talking about when it comes to just general socializing. I absolutely loved my time in the UK. All right. So, Ruthie Blue. Been running a Performance Max for one product for about 4 weeks. Can I ask you a question? What is the product? Is it an e-commerce store that you have? And also, yeah, I need to know kind of what the product is and if it's an e-commerce store that you have. Those are my two biggest questions right now. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't worry about it, Ruthie. You're in safe hands. We are going to make sure that we help you out. Okay. So we've got over here, it's a hoodie. Okay. So Performance Max ad for one product for about, okay. All right. So I see the problem over here. Okay, cool. So when it comes to Performance Max ads, especially if you're new to Google Ads, you need to understand that Performance Max was an ad that Google invented so that they can show your product in multiple spaces, right? So essentially, that sounds like a very good thing. But the problem with Performance Max is they typically show everywhere and to people who might not be even interested remotely in hoodies. So, for example, if I'm watching a music video, right, and there's people, I'm watching a rap video on YouTube, and they show me your hoodie, I'm not really thinking about buying your hoodie at that time, but Google Ads is still going to charge you for that impression. So this is the problem with the Performance Max. Now, I've had one lady who was from Australia. She had an online store and she sells she sells products for sensory deprivated people. And what we found was when she was using the Performance Max, the smart shopping campaign, it actually hurt her performance. And what you really want to do is you want to switch over to what's called a standard shopping campaign. Now, because you're new, I want to show you visual examples. I don't want to just expect you to know what I'm saying. So when we go over to this stage over here, for example, I'm on Google right now. Well, I say I'm on Google right now. I'm going to do this. And let's just go over to Google, right? So if I'm on Google's homepage over here, right? And I'm searching for a hoodie. So I'm just going to say blue hoodie, right? I want you to see what happens. It's going to very nicely bring up all the blue hoodies. It's going to very nicely bring up all the prices for me. These are not Performance Max campaigns. These are your standard shopping campaigns. And I want you to run this type of campaign because when somebody's searching Google and somebody says, oh, yeah, definitely, I would absolutely love this blue hoodie over here. This is the type of person who is going to buy your hoodie, right? This is the type of person who's going to buy your hoodie, Ruthie. The problem is with Performance Max, it doesn't even show your hoodie here, right? It would be great if it does. But for you, you want your hoodie to show here because this is where the person is far more likely. In fact, people that do this, they run standard shopping ads. Your product has a 2 to 3% chance of converting, which might not sound good, but it's actually very good. When it comes to Performance Max, let me show you where your ad is going to show. If we go to Forbes.com, let's go to Forbes.com. You know these annoying pop-up ads? Let's do this. Let's close this up. I'm sure we're going to get a pop-up ad. You see these little annoying pop-up ads that kind of show all over the place and you're trying to read a news article? This is where Performance Max is showing your ads. And this is why it's burning through your money. So you might even be getting a lot of clicks, but those people aren't really interested. They're not Googling for that product right now. So be very careful with that. Also, check out our Google Ads community. I linked it below, but I'll link it below again. I think we can really help you. just because I've helped so many business owners struggle with the exact same thing. Now, here's the part where I have to put a caveat, because sometimes Performance Max will work, but when it's a boutique business like yours and it's a niche business and you want to make sure that you're selling those hoodies and that's the only product that you sell, by far a standard shopping campaign is going to serve you a lot better than going to a Performance Max campaigns. And you'll notice this, right? You've been doing this for 4 weeks. So every day you wake up, 200 clicks. You go and you check your Shopify backend or your Squarespace backend, no sales. Add to carts, 3 or 4 maybe. That's because the people aren't interested. People who are interested, they add to cart at least. If they're not adding to cart, most of them, it means you have the wrong audience. So if you think about it like a traditional store, if people are walking into the store and walking straight back out, it's because they probably don't even want to be in the store. They just wanted to walk in and walk back out. If people are walking to the store, picking up a product, going to fit it on, and then deciding it's not for them, then we can say it was the fit of this shirt. We need to get better sizes in. If people are coming all the way to the cashier and then they're not deciding to buy, then it's probably something to do with the price. Most of the time, if you look at your analytics for Performance Max, you'll see this. There's just somebody comes, they leave. Somebody comes, they leave. Somebody comes, they leave. That means you got the wrong audience. So be very careful with that. What I'm also going to do is, Ruthie, I'm going to put a link to our Google Ads community down below. If you need the extra help, we're there. We do weekly coaching calls. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to follow up with Ruthie. Guys, I'm not being rude. I will get back to your questions. So I'm sure I tried to do shopping ads, but I couldn't manage it. I think there was problem after problem kind of thing. Yeah, so typically when it comes to your shopping ads, Ruthie, sorry, I hope I'm not butchering your name. Typically when it comes to your shopping ads, what you want to do is you need a merchant center account set up. You need a merchant center feed set up properly. That needs to be set up properly. And usually as a business owner, you are not the person to do that. If you find yourself trying to set up your own shopping feed, that's where all the problems come in. And then your products don't show. And then you get frustrated. And then it's not linking with Shopify or your online e-commerce platform. And it's just a headache. So what I do is, because I've been doing this for 7 years now, I let the nerds set up that stuff. Once the nerds set up that stuff, then I take over and I run the ads. So I've got some very good people I can connect you with that can help connect all of that stuff up for you. But let the nerds deal with that. You're the business owner. Your job is to sell hoodies. Your job is not to connect website platform to website platform and make sure codes are working properly. That is not your job. As soon as you do that, then you lose your job as a CEO and now you become a web developer, which you never wanted to do. So always make sure the nerds set that up. And like I said, join our community because I think we can really help you. Okay. Ruthie, I hope that was helpful to you. All right. So, man, Mohammed, you got questions, man. You got questions on top of questions. Okay, guys, I'm letting you guys know now. 12 more minutes. I'm going to be on for 12 more minutes. And then it's 9 o'clock in South Africa. And then I'm going to bounce. My girlfriend's on the couch right now playing Fall Guys. She probably misses me. So I'm going to bounce in 12 more minutes. So if you have any more questions, write them down below. I'm going to answer as many as I can. For those of you who don't, what I want you to do is I want you to check out my Google Ads course, check out my Google Ads community. And also, if you want to, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching. All the leads to everything are going to be in the comment section. They'll also be below this video in the description. All right. So, Mohammed, how do I optimize a standard shopping campaign? I had a bad experience with standard shopping campaigns. My product gets get the most cheap clicks and not converted. Okay, so this one is very easy. With a standard shopping campaign, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're adjusting the manual CPCs and you're cutting out the products that are wasting your budget. So what I typically do with a standard shopping campaign is run the campaign for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, come back into the campaign. Look at the products and look at your cost per conversion. The products with the high cost per conversion. So for example, I'm selling the product for $20, but my cost per conversion is $100. That's not a profitable product. In that situation, you've got two options. Number one, Keep the product and put in a very low manual CPC bid. Very low manual CPC bid. In other words, only when your clicks are very cheap do you allow Google Ads to show that product. So in other words, that will bring your cost per conversion down and it will make the product profitable. Or scenario number 2, you got a $20 product and it costs you $100. At that stage, you as the business owner must say, I don't want to show this product anymore, and you remove it from your shopping feed. Does that mean you will never ever show that product again? Probably. But what you can also do at a later stage is once you have that section of products that are converting all the time, you can go and find new products and put them around there. So either drop your manual CPC bid very low or remove the product entirely. Because let's be honest, if a product is costing you $100 and you keep on spending that $100, but it's only a $20 product, you might as well take that same $100 and put it into the good product that's actually going to make you money, right? Don't just spend all of this time just watching all of the money go through. Take the money and put it to the products that are actually converting and actually putting money back in into your product. That same $100 that you just lost, you could have promoted a $500 product and you could have made 5 sales of that and gotten $2,500. But now you're wasting these clicks on products that don't perform. You have to be ruthless when it comes to an online store. It's like a soccer team. If there's that one football player that's not doing his job, you need to cut him off so the whole team can play better. You can't keep a striker that's not scoring goals, a goalkeeper that's letting in goals, because the whole team is going to suffer. Shopping ads are the exact same thing. You need to look at every product. And I know the mentality is I want 100 products because with 100 products, I can make 100 different things. It doesn't work that way. Only 20% of your products are going to sell, and those are the 20% that you want to focus on. You can always find winners and add them and take the losers and remove them. It's just one of those things you have to do. All right. I hope that answers your questions. Okay. Wakas Ahmad, for a new account, what should be the bidding strategy? Manual CPC, maximize conversions. Lately, Google Ads is pushing too much pushing target CPA and maximize conversions. I agree with you 100%. If the account is brand new, the first 2 weeks, we go manual CPC. After manual CPC, if we have conversion data, if we have 30 conversions, we can switch to target CPA with maximized conversions. If it's new and you've got no conversion tracking enabled, and you've got less than 30, call it even 60 conversions, I would just trust manual CPC. I would not even go anywhere else. I would just trust manual CPC for the time being. There's no point in going to target CPA with maximize conversions because it needs data. Any AI in the world, any AI, no matter how good the AI is, it needs data. If it doesn't get the data, if you don't have the conversion data, the AI is just guessing with your money, and you'll just see your cost go up or the campaign won't spend it all. Most of the time with target CPA, the campaign won't spend it all. You'll just see no clicks, no impressions, no clicks, no impressions on almost all your products. So definitely manual CPC, and then afterwards, once you have conversion data, then you can go to an automated bidding strategy. And I'm not against that. I'm not against automated bidding strategies. I just think that they have their own time and they have their own place. All right. Ruby the Blue says, brilliant. Okay, great. Let me just see. Man, we got a lot of questions over here. I better hurry up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, got that one. Wakas over here. What should we start with for how many days? We are doing Google Ads for service-based business. Okay, I already explained that to you, Wakas. That's fine. All right, can I run Pmax and standard campaigns at the same time? Mohammed, you can definitely do that. Please always note that Pmax will cannibalize standard shopping campaigns. So what that means is Google Ads will always make your standard campaign underperform, and it'll always make your Pmax campaign overperform to make the Performance Max look good. So it's not a solution. They actually built Performance Max so that whenever you run a Performance Max campaign, you'll notice there's a drop in your search campaign, there's a drop in your YouTube campaign, there's a drop in performance in all of those campaigns, because Google is trying to force you to use Performance Max, which we've already seen with Ruthie might not be a good thing. So you can run them at the same time, but you're always going to see the Performance Max getting a lot of clicks, and you're always going to see the shopping ads getting a few impressions, a few clicks. Even if your daily budget is 100, you'll see it spend like 15, 20, 25, 15. That's because Google is trying to push you into Performance Max. So how would you test it? I guess your question is, you'd have to run one for a month and have to run the other one the other month while you pause the other one. I know it sucks, but that's how you would do it. All right. How do you optimize the standard shopping campaign? Okay, we've already covered that. That's fine. Mohammed, that was just asked. We covered that. Standard shopping campaign with maximized clicks or maximized conversion strategy for the first 4 weeks. I don't know, I wouldn't know. I would go with, it's hard, This one is hard. If you have no bidding, if you have no conversions, you're better off with manual CPC. If you have no conversions, if you do have conversions, then max conversion strategy maybe. But yeah, be careful with that. It's up to your conversion data. It's not really up to what's for the best. You have to look at the campaign, and each account is way different. All right, Wendy, you're still over here. All right. How can I correct a bad phone number within a Google ad? Google keeps on throwing me in a deaf loop to confirm terms, where there is literally nothing to click on. Is it possible to add the number in the RSA? Man, you would want to go to your assets, and you would want to, there's a section, hold on, let me see. There's a section where you can go to edit your assets, right? I literally think it's called the assets or the asset groups. And what you go is you go down, and you have to basically go edit it and save it. And then what it'll do is it'll update. Another thing you can do is on your Google My Business profile, what happens is some RSA ads are actually pulling the information from the Google My Business profile. So you might think it's in Google Ads, it's actually in the Google My Business profile. And that's where it's getting that bad number from. So you would have to edit the Google My Business profile, and then the phone number would reflect correctly on the ad. That's number 2. The other solution could be the page that your RSA is feeding from. RSAs usually pull dynamic data from the page itself. And if there's anything in the page or anything in your terms and conditions or anything even in your service agreement policy that still has the old number, it's going to keep on pulling that old number. So you have to make sure that not only the ad has got the correct information, but you want to make sure that your Google My Business profile has got the correct phone number. And you also need to make sure that your terms of service, all of your pages are also have the correct number. You have to be very careful of that. And yeah, I know Google Ads interface kind of sucks right now, throwing you into a death loop. It's probably because they're trying to shift you away from the RSA campaign entirely. Guys, you have to remember this. You know, I'm always saying, oh, by the way, if you guys want to know when the next live stream is, the next live stream is going to be a workshop. So you're not going to get to ask that many questions, but I think you're going to find it super valuable. What I'm going to do is, because Wendy asked so nicely, I'm going to put a link for the next live stream so that you guys can just save it to your calendar as well. And we are definitely, we're drawing this thing to a close, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, I've linked it down below. You guys can just sign up to attend the next live stream. Also, guys, seriously, take a look at my community, because if you think this is good, it is nothing compared to being in my Google Ads community. It is an awesome place to be. All right. Yeah. So Wendy, I was just finishing off your question. So you have to remember one thing about Google. When Google doesn't want you to do something, doesn't want you to run a certain type of campaign, doesn't want you to do something, they make it so that when you click the ad setting, it doesn't work. Or what they do is they tell you they've updated the dashboard, and all of a sudden the thing you used to be able to do, you can't do anymore. So for example, they had this one thing where once with the, I think it's the YouTube ads, when you try and add content, it doesn't want to add content. And when you try and remove your ads from the, I think it was the App Store placements or the in-app placements, they made it so you can't untick that box. You'll even notice it now if you go in and you try and run a YouTube ad. There's some settings that you can see, but you can't untick. That's how Google operates. They try and push everybody into doing things their way because they think it's the best way. But at the end of the day, it just ends up costing us the most money possible. So yeah, be very careful with Google Ads. All right. And for those of you who are wondering, this is what Wendy wrote. She said, please let us know when the next live is so we can mark our calendars. Oh, man. I really need to get like a milkshake or something that's really smooth on my throat. Thomas says, appreciate your help, time and help. Have the great rest of the evening. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks for always coming through. All right. For service-based businesses, which campaigns and bidding strategies work best? We are using search campaigns, RSAs only, and Pmaxes for locksmiths and air duct cleaning. Stay away from Pmax. Pmax is going to hurt you when it comes to lead generation. What you want to do is stick with your search campaigns. You are in good hands with search campaigns. Stay away from the Pmax. You are not going to get, it might look like you're generating a lot of clicks. It feels good to generate a lot of clicks, and especially a cheap clicks, but they're not converting. Most Pmax campaigns are not converting. And I can show you my students that have done the same exact thing. My Google Ads students in my community, they do the same exact thing. So stay away from Performance Max if you're trying to get leads. Anything else, yes, maybe use Performance Max. But guys, you always have to remember, Performance Max is a very difficult campaign to predict. You will always be wondering what's going to go wrong next. I've had some clients that have been running search campaigns for years and they produce leads for years. Their cost per lead might get a little bit more expensive, but then we just optimize the campaign and optimize the creative. With Performance Max, you don't know who, what, where, when, and how your ads are showing. So how are you ever going to optimize that? And especially if you have clients, be very careful with that, Ahmad. All right. Mohammed says, I'm going off. Thank you for making the session more helpful to me. This is the best Google Ads Q&A I've ever attended. You are really so great. Oh, I am going to screenshot this. This is super cool. I'm going to brag about this tomorrow. Guys, last but not least, I just want to thank each and every single one of you for coming to this live stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the new time slot, and I see there's a lot more action in the 7 p.m. time slot, so I might just keep it here. What I'd like to do to close off is I'd like to just thank our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sponsors for making all of this possible. So I'd like to thank Profitable PPC. That is my Google Ads course. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link it below in the description. I'm also going to link it below in the comment section as well. Now, what makes this course different is you get to watch me actually take a campaign from losing money, a real life campaign, from losing money to actually making money. And there's 5 hours of over the shoulder content where you watch how I optimize. I talk you through everything. I give you optimization checklist. It is super cool. It is the coolest Google Ads course on the planet. And it's for people who are not good at Google Ads, who are not computer nerds, and who have tiny budgets. And maybe you're a business owner and you're sick and tired of losing money with Google Ads. I highly recommend you check out my Profitable PPC course. And it's not called Profitable PPC for no reason. Profitable because we help your ads become profitable. Right. And I also want you to check out lead pages. Now, at the bottom of the description of this video, you'll see lead pages. If you are one of our earlier people and you are struggling with lead generation, I highly recommend you check them out because they take all of the guesswork out and they help you build a high converting landing page. It is super cheap, cheaper than hiring the next developer that's going to mess you about. And it's much cheaper than trying to figure it out by yourself because you will spend weeks and weeks and weeks doing what they can already do for you in a template. So that is why I recommend lead pages. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my Google Ads community. That is the feedback circle. Let me just get that done. Take that off, say present, go over here. Go over here. Man, I got so many screens open. I think one of them, there we go. It's the feedback circle. And what you get is you get weekly coaching calls with me like this, where you can ask me anything. I've got workshops for you. We've got a section where you can put your landing page and we can roast it on your behalf. We've got a section for memes. We've even got monthly challenges to see who can generate the most leads in a given month. It's all in the feedback circle, and I want you to check that out. That is in the link in the description below this video as well. And I'd like to thank each and every single person for being here. Ahmed, I see you've asked questions. I see that you said, loved your feedback. Thanks a million times. Love from Pakistan. Oh, I really appreciate you guys, man. You guys have been awesome. Give yourself a round of applause. I will see you on the next live stream. It is next week, Thursday, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. Check the YouTube channel and find out when the next live stream is. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a full workshop on how to go from beginner to becoming a pro with Google Ads. I will see you on the next one. Peace.